session 1 is analyzing data using scenarios and goal seek. The learning outcomes of session 1 will be we will be able to use consolidate data feature and create subtotals. We will be able to use what if scenarios and use what if tools and using goal seek and solver. Now we will understand all these concepts theoretically first, and then we will be doing their practicals in the coming sessions. First of all, consolidate means to combine a number of things into a single unit. Consolidation of data means that the process of combining the number of data organized into different sheets into one worksheet or cell. For example, data on sales of various salesmen of a company like quarterly, monthly and so on. So to achieve a common business goal or specific goal, you need to analyze and summarize data. The subtotal command in Calc automatically creates groups and applies common functions like sum, count, etc. to the grouped data. Students, now we will learn the practical demonstration of various features of electronic spreadsheet given in session 1. The first one among them is consolidate. Before learning this feature, I have prepared this worksheet to demonstrate this feature, in which the cars sold during 2 years, that is 2019 and 2020, is given, and suppose we want to know how many total cars were sold in different quarters during these 2 years, then we can use consolidate feature. So data consolidation allows us to gather together our data from separate worksheets into a master worksheet. That is, the data consolidation function takes data from series of worksheets, workbooks or even ranges and summarizes it into a single worksheet that we can easily update. As in this example, I have taken 2 ranges in single worksheet and I want to consolidate these 2 ranges by getting the total of cars sold during different quarters in 2 different years. For this, I can either take these 2 ranges as it is, or I can define a name for these ranges. Like this is one range in which the data of cars sold during 1 year is given. In first column, the names of salesperson is there, then the sales during first quarter, second quarter, third quarter and fourth quarter. So this is one range. I can define a name for this range. For this, I can select this range and give it any name, say year 1. We can see the define name option, define name for range option here, and we have given a name to this range. Now we will select this second range which starts from F3 and give some name to this range also. For this again we will select this range and give it the name, say year 2, like this. So we have given names to these two ranges. After defining the names for these two ranges, we want to consolidate these two ranges into one range. For this, we will select data menu and then we will select consolidate option. Now this consolidate dialog box will appear. In this, we can see in the first section various functions are given that can be used to consolidate this data, like sum, count, average, max, min, product, and all these functions are given which can be used. But to keep it simple, we will use sum function only. Here we have the consolidation ranges will be displayed once we will select them. So now we will come to source data range and we will select first range which we had given the name year 1 and we will add it. Now it will appear here in consolidation ranges, and then we will select the second range which we had given the name year 2 and we will add this range also. Here we can define the range where we want to display the results. Suppose we have not defined any range to display the results, then we can see that we have not defined any range for displaying the results. So we can select a cell, any cell here, and then we will click on more and we will select row labels, column labels and link to data source. When we will select row labels, then these row labels will appear in output range, which is ABCD, which is the names of the salesperson, and then column labels, that is first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. All these column headings will appear, and link to if we will check this option, that is link to source data, then if we make any changes in this data here, then that will be reflected in the result range also. So this is the purpose of checking all these three options. After checking all these three options, we will click on OK, and we can see this output is appearing, which is a consolidated output of these two ranges. As we can see that salesperson A sold 20 cars in 2019 in first quarter and 11 cars in 2020 in first quarter. So the total of first quarters of 2019 and 2020 is 31, which is appearing here. Then salesperson B sold 24 cars in first quarter of 2019 and 26 cars in first quarter of 2020. So their total, that is 50, is appearing here. Similarly, for all the salespersons, for all the quarters, the sum of cars sold by them is appearing in this output range. Now we can see that if we make any change in this source data anywhere, suppose this salesperson A in third quarter sold only 1 car. Suppose it was a data entry error and we want to change it to say 11, and then we can see that earlier when it was 1, we can see that when it was 1, then in third quarter the sales of salesperson 1 were 17, that is 1 plus 16. but if we change the source data to 11, then we can see the total of salesperson A here has also changed, which is now 11 plus 16, that is 27. So this is the result of checking that link to source data button. So if we make any changes in this source data, then it will be reflected in this output range also. So this is the consolidate feature. Students, now we will see the practical demonstration of next feature, which is subtotal. Subtotal command in CalC automatically creates groups and applies common functions like sum, count, etc. to the grouped data. To demonstrate this feature, this worksheet has been prepared in which various items which were purchased by a company during a particular period is displayed. In first column we have date of purchase, in second we have item name, then quantity, price, amount, seller name. So this worksheet can be grouped on any of these columns and we can see the total of any column. Now we will select this worksheet and then in data menu, when we select subtotals option, we can see we can select first group, second group, third group, like this. In group by option we can see all the names of all the columns, and suppose we want to group this worksheet on the basis of item name, then we will select item name column. Now here we will select those columns for which we want the totals, like we want the total quantity, total price and total amount, and these quantities, price and amount should be grouped on the basis of item name. So we will select these, or suppose we want to group them only on the we want the totals, we want only the total quantity, like how many pens we purchased, how many pencils, how many erasers, then we will select only quantity, and this worksheet will be grouped on the basis of item name, and the total of quantities purchased of various items will be displayed. And we can select any of these functions like sum, count, average, max, min. We can select any of these functions. Suppose we select sum and we want the total of quantity grouped on the basis of item name, then we will select these options and then we will click on OK. Now we can see here the data has been grouped on the basis of item name and totals are appearing for quantity only, like total boxes purchased were 210, total erasers purchased were 66, total pens purchased were 95, total pencils 88, total scales 50. So this is one way that we have grouped our data. Now I will press Ctrl Z and we will group this worksheet on some other basis. Again we will select subtotals. Now we suppose we want to group these this data on the basis of seller name, like from which seller we have purchased how many items, or a total quantity purchased from a particular seller, or the total amount paid. Suppose we want to see how much amount we have paid to a particular seller, then we can group this data on the basis of seller name, and we want to see the total amount paid to a particular seller. Then we can select these two options and then we will click on OK. Now we can see same worksheet has been grouped on the basis of seller names. Like from ABC Enterprises to ABC Enterprises, we have paid total 7,154 rupees, and to PQR Enterprises we have paid 950 rupees, and to XYZ Enterprises we have paid total 644 rupees, and total amount paid to all these sellers is 8,748 rupees. So this is how we can group the data using subtotal option. And we can also group, again I'll press Ctrl Z, and now we can see that we can group the data. Suppose first we want to group on the basis of seller name, then we will select seller name here. Then second group we want on the basis of, say, item name, and we want the total quantity, price and amount. So now we have grouped, we will group the data on these two bases, and we want the totals of quantity, price and amount. Then we can see first the data is grouped on the basis of seller name, that is from ABC Enterprises we purchased 200 boxes. From ABC Enterprises only we purchased total 60 pens and 38 pencils. Then from PQR Enterprises we purchased 38 erasers, 35 pens, 30 scales. Then from XYZ Enterprises, so here we can see the data is grouped on two bases, first on the basis of seller and then on the basis of item name. So this way we can group on more than one basis also. The data can be grouped on more than one basis also. So this is the purpose of subtotal.